Kirkman. Hello, and welcome to Module 5. Here we are at the first lesson that we're going to do in our Module 5, where we are going to be working with operations with decimals. A lot of Module 5 is going to be review for you, review from elementary school, and that's a good thing because it means that you get to really hone these skills and do better than you've done before. You also, if you didn't get them in elementary school, you get another chance to relearn them. So we are going to start on lesson 5.2, adding and subtracting decimals. So if you're confused on where the 5.1 video went, this is the where we started. If you watched 5.1 first because you thought that made sense in order, that's fine, no big deal. In this lesson, though, we're going to be adding and subtracting decimals. So in this lesson, we're going to make sure we can use that standard algorithm to add and subtract decimals, and you should be able to explain those steps. So let's do a quick review here of some vocabulary words. In order to add and subtract decimals, you need to know about decimal place value. So can you quickly pause and tell me what is the value of the digit 8 in this problem? Well, hopefully you said it was in the hundredth spot. Okay, so if we look here, and you were to fill in those numbers, okay, you should know that the decimal point goes between the ones and the tenths. And then if I fill in my decimal or my digits of 2.3850, adding that 0 here on the end because we didn't have any 10,000ths originally, but we do want to add that 0 so that I can properly locate its place value. Then I can see that the number 8 is here in the hundredth spot. So therefore the 8 is 8 hundredths. Okay. It is important to know our place value because that is how we add and subtract numbers. Okay. So when we add and subtract numbers, we're going to be lining up those decimal points, but some numbers don't have decimal points visible. All numbers have a decimal point, even when you can't see it. So when a number's decimal point isn't visible, it's just a ghost decimal. Just like ghosts appear when needed and are not always seen, but always there, ghost decimals may be invisible, but they always follow right behind that number. And where there's a ghost decimal, there are sure to be ghost zeros that follow right behind it. So here's an example of ghost decimals. Basically, I have the number 124, but there's no decimal point visible in 124. Ghost decimals tell me that there is always a decimal in a number. It's always right behind that number. So I'm going to set up my problem like this. With 124 on top, my ghost decimal and my ghost zero, and then my 3/10 underneath with those decimals lined up, right? Decimal points are all lined up. I fill in with ghost zeros in all the spots that need an extra number to hold its spot, and then I can add. All right, so let's go ahead and take our notes. I'm going to jump to this page because it already has the notes on it here for you. So basically, when we are adding and subtracting decimals, it is very important to line up those decimal points vertically. And the reason we need to do that is because when you add, even when you add whole numbers, we're always adding the same place value to the same place value. For example, if my problem was 16 plus 8, I'm going to line up the 16 and the 8 so that the 1's place value and the 10's place values are lined up together, right? It would not make sense to add it like this because then it looks like I have 8 10's and 0 1's. And that is the same thing for decimals. The reason we line up the decimals when adding, but we don't need to do it when multiplying or dividing, is because we're adding through place value. Okay, so we're going to add up those decimals. We're going to add any ghost zeros that are going to be our placeholders as necessary. And then we're going to add or subtract from left to right. Make sure you're going left to right when you're adding and subtracting. We also need to go top down. Then we're just going to bring that decimal point straight down because it should stay in its same place. And we can use estimation to make sure our answer is reasonable. So for example, if I estimate this problem right here, I would probably estimate 4.7 to be close to 5 and 3.212 to be close to 3. 5 taken by 3 is 2. So my answer should be somewhere close to 2. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and do my subtraction. So I found these little boxes are helpful when lining up your decimals. So I'm going to fill in my biggest number here first, and then I'm going to line up my decimals next, filling in any ghost zeros that's needed. Now I can just add from left to right and top down. 0 plus 2 is 2. 7 plus 1 is 8. 4 plus 3 is 7. And I'm going to bring that decimal straight down. And my answer becomes, oh, I'm sorry, I added. Oops. Okay, don't do what I did. Oh, make sure you pay attention to your signs, kids. All right, we're subtracting. 0 take away 2. I can't do that. I need to regroup. Now I can take 2 away from 10, and that becomes 8. 6 take away 1 is 5, and 4 take away 3 is 1. Bring that decimal down. Now it makes a lot of sense because our estimated number was 2, and 1 and 55 hundredths is very close to 2. So I know that my answer is reasonable. All right, we're going to do one more practice problem here. So here we are in our guided practice. I'm going to use my boxes here again. So I'm going to use my number, my biggest number first, so I know where my decimal point should go. And then I'm going to line up those decimal points on top, fill in with any ghost zeros. And this time I am adding. So I'm going to add the 2 numbers, 0 plus 9, 1 plus 2, 6 plus 3. Decimal point comes straight down, and a 0. So my answer is 0.939, or 939 10,000ths. Easy peasy. So because this is something that we know really easily, in class we did this partner practice. What you do is you have a partner. One of the partners does problem A, and the other partner does problem B, and then you compare answers. You should get the same answer as the person in front of you. Or sorry, as your partner. If you don't get the same answer, you should check out your work and figure out what you did wrong. So let's play a couple of these since we have time. Whether you have the paper with you or not, you can just kind of be my partner. So I would like you to do problem B. You're going to be partner B. Okay. And I am going to be partner A. I'm going to solve this problem and you're going to solve the other problem. And then, so we're going to pause the video, solve our problems. And then when you come back, you can check. And if you get the same answer as me, then you know that you got your answer correct. And if you got a different answer, then you should probably double check your problem. Bam! Did you pause and do your problem? Hopefully you did. I got 6.33 and you should have too on this problem over here. And I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to prove to you that I'm right. If you did your problem correctly, you would have lined up your decimal points like this and subtracted. 3 take away 0, 9 take away 6, and 8 take away 2. And you both would have got 6.33. Good job. Let's play again. Okay, same thing. You are partner B. I am partner A. Go ahead and solve your problem, and I will solve mine. Pause the video. Did you get 5 and 54 hundredths? Hopefully you did. If you set up your problem like this, you should have gotten the right answer. Regroup or borrow. 8 take away 3 is 5. 7 take away 4 is 3. Same answer. Go again. All right. You are going to pause and do partner B. I'm going to do partner A. Ready? Pause that video and check. Did you get 3 and 95 hundredths? Let's see. If I line it up like this, I'm going to have to regroup a couple times. And 3 and 95 hundredths. You're doing so good. Let's go again. All right, remember, you're partner B. I'm partner A. Pause the video and try again. How'd I do? Did we get the same answer? Let's double check. Go 0, 7, 6, 9, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. What'd I do wrong? 7. Did I mess up on something? I feel like our numbers are off. Let's double check. 6, 7, 8, 9. Where'd this extra 1 come from? That doesn't need to be there. Oops, I messed up this time. Good job. 13 and 967 10,000ths. All right, we still have some time for some more. Let's do another one. Okay, you are partner B. I'm partner A. Pause that video. Let's see how we do. All right, I hope I didn't make a mistake this time. Let's see. Did you get what I got? Place holding 0, and we're subtracting. 2. Oh my. You are going to have to become a 7. That makes that a 10. Now I can take from you and make that a 16. 9 take away 2. 7 take away 4. We did it! All right, you're doing so great. We're going to jump to the last practice check. There's only one more other guy, but I want to do this one because it is a multi-step one. So here I have 3 numbers that I have to either add or subtract. And I wanted to show you, you're going to basically do like you would if there were 3 whole numbers here, right? If it was 10 plus 5 plus 6, you would add the 10 and 5 first, and then add the 6. And you're going to do the same thing in these problems. You're going to add. For me, I'm going to actually subtract these 2 first, and then whatever my answer is, I'll subtract from my last number. You, on the other hand, are going to add, and then you'll subtract from there. So pause the video one last time, give this a try, this tricky 3 number one, and we'll see if we get the right answer. Did you get 6 5/100ths? You did! Then you did a great job, and you're doing fantastic. Feel free to go back, pause, try problems again, work on partner A problems, and just keep practicing until you know that you got it. And I'll see you next time. Bye.